Yeah, without glasses, it seems.
I don't even remember.
I mean, that kind of speaks to it, don't you think? The
Well,
Twitter video towards the end. What's the Sarah McBride? What's her name?
Rep Sarah McBride. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you couldn't make it through the video. You kept resetting it several times, and in the course of which you were talking on and on about how you would donate to Liz Cheney, and you missed the point of her video altogether with what she was trying to say.
No, it sounds like you did. No. It sounds like you did, by the way.
Enlighten me.
Because the point of her video was that the way the Democrats are going to win is through coalition building, but it cuts both ways.
Okay.
You understand?
Hutch has been getting a lot of flack recently from pretty much all sides for opinions that he is completely justified on making, okay? So
you understand that she was specifically talking about how there was a need to remember that there were left
basically in the shell nut, even the liberals around him, even his liberal buddies around him are basically saying, oh, we need to be tougher, we can't be whatever, right? We can't be moderate anymore or whatever. And then Hutch is basically like, okay, but like the math doesn't pan out, and now he's just fighting with everyone.
Meaning people in the party that we need to remember that and make sure we still make space for them as well. And the first thing
I agreed.
Your face was guys, you and moderate Republicans too.
And I agreed. You understand that? Like my principled position on coalition building is that it necessarily cuts both ways. And so when I see Democrats that are sort of hedging against Mamdani right now, I think that's a problem. And similarly, when I hear rhetoric from leftists, fringe leftists is what we decided. When I hear rhetoric from them saying that they want to push people out of the party because they're more moderate than them, that's also bad.
Who Hutch fighting with? Apparently, there's just a random hater on Twitter. But like, apparently, this is like one of his biggest anti-fans.
You understand that that's like a principled position that I have?
Recognizable. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, but I think Ogre Boy is also a J-Stoke fan, so that should tell you exactly where these people are coming from. So, I mean, there you go, right?
I feel like it's a little. I feel like the way that you present that is a bit more vague than it actually is, but sure.
Enlighten me.
Because you use a lot of things that at surface level sound great, that we should be
Thank you
and everything. When you get into it, there's certain things that you just leave out, like you never mentioned. Like, what does it mean to form a coalition, essentially, right?
What do you think it means?
I'm trying to get to the point where I elaborate the question a little bit better.
Okay.
So in essence, right, you keep directly sort of saying that you want to form a coalition with this person and this person, etc. Which is weird. It just comes across as like a desire to do like networking or collabing in that regard.
What?
Yes. When you talk,
are you talking?
Come on. When you have people on speed dial, like what was that conservative dude that Pisco used to argue with all the time, and that you would cut videos with as well?
Rob Noor.
Rob Noor. Like when you guys have people like that in your Rolodex, right? It's so that you can make videos where you argue with each other, and then you both cut a video on it, and you both like it. It's what you do for a living. It's not
Oh yeah, Rob Noor totally is the guy you cut videos with.
Necessarily because you're trying to accomplish some sort of political goal, or the same thing with counterpoints or whatever. It's not necessarily because you guys are trying to further a political goal per se. It's also because you're trying to further your own like networking brand. Look how I dominated this conservative in the marketplace of ideas, and then they end up saying the exact same thing.
You think I'm clout sharking Rob Noor?
No, not clout sharking.
What do you mean by networking?
That is more performative than anything else. Clout sharking would be going after a bigger figure and trying to either rub elbows with or show that you can win in an argument or whatever for sake of like, look who I just dominated. Mm-hmm. I'm saying you guys keep a Rolodex of people that are probably never going to align with you ideologically or never help actually try to advance your particular agenda. But in turn, the fact that you have someone with a decent enough following to make videos about is going to be something that helps you in the long run just as much as them. It's mutually beneficial, but it helps nobody at the end of the day.
You know, I feel like I'm punching down.
What exactly is the criticism here? Fuck you for networking? Also, who the fuck ever uses like a fucking specific definition of clout sharking anyway. Clout sharking isn't like a real defined academic term. It's just something people use to generally gesture towards some idea of like clout chasing after someone on a very, very broad basis, right? So I don't get. So is the criticism clout sharking? AK, what every single fucking content creator should do? Every single content creator, that's your job as a content creator, is to chase clout, actually?
Down right now. Like, you're not on my level.
Okay.
Straight up. Do you understand that? Because I could say that because
Okay, all right.
Because no, intellectually, because everything that you just said, I can apply to this conversation. You know, you're not going to change my mind, so why are you having a conversation with me? It's fucking stupid. Do you understand this?
So the notion that I have to necessarily change your mind applies in the exact same way as people with mutually sized audiences that you keep around for the purposes of just cutting videos.
You said one of the problems with me having conversations with Rob Knorr was that I was never going to change his mind.
No, not
that's what you said.
That you keep him on a Rolodex, that you keep this network of people just for the purposes of making content, and that you know ultimately it never goes anywhere.
Content is...
What? That's the critique? Is some concerned troll comment? What? Wait, I'm so confused. For background, Hutch said because the guy on the Twitter said Hutch is not one. Yeah, sure. It's like fucking replicating energy. Wait, what is the point here? I'm so confused. Wait, so is the point here that like... Wait, what? What's the critique?
It's a big part of what I do. You understand that, like, I'm a content creator.
That's what you do for a living. That's what I said.
So what's the problem with that?
What?
Oh God, that is more performative than anything else. That's the way it comes across.
How?
All of this is performative. What do you think this is? It's a f***ing live stream.
What the fuck? Politics is performative. Wait, what the... Oh my God, dude! The average political engager be like. Takes the hit of the blunt. You know what I think? I think politics is performative. I think politics, get this, is performative. And the things that they're like saying something profound.
Yeah.
What do you
keep doing the same things over and over again with certain people, that it just turns to where it's like, okay, we've squeezed the juice out of this to the fullest extent that we possibly could, and then
oh my God, guys, is this what Queeman and J-Stock was making fun of Hutch over? Are you serious? Was this? Dude, okay, now we have to cover their commentary on Hutch. I can't let them get away with this. What the fuck? What is their critique of Hutch? That he's too soft on Destiny?
Ultimately, it's not really going to end up going anywhere.
So this is not...
You still do it over and over again.
Oh my God.
So this conversation that we're having right now is not performative?
True.
Not really.
It's not? What do you mean? You're not going to change my mind?
No, this is purely catharsis.
Oh, so you're just chasing catharsis?
Yeah.
Wait, what is the point? This is such a waste of time.
Being able to basically tell someone to their face that they're wrong for and for no real like self-enrichment, I'm not going to get anything out of this.
No real self-enrichment. What do you mean? You're live streaming right now. You're going to try to get your little like Twitter videos that get like 15 likes with you shouting into the void. You don't think it serves your own like ego purposes yourself?
You think I cut content?
You're doing all this altruistically?
You think I'm making videos for like you think I've been cut like I've...
Okay, personally, if I was Hutch, I would not give someone attention if they made like a 15 like fucking Twitter clipped video on me, okay? Personally speaking, okay? But that's just me. Anyway.
Done one TikTok and it was to shit on Dan Saltman and it went nowhere. And ever since that, I haven't touched a damn thing about it. I don't make videos of myself.
Why do you post videos online?
There's a lot of the formulaic things that I don't do that one should do if they're trying to grow their brand. This is just a hobby for me.
Okay, let's talk about AOC. Why don't we do that?
Well, why don't we finish the? I mean,
This conversation is so boring. It's so stupid that it's so boring. Your argument is so stupid that it's so boring.
We started having the argument.
I don't care about it. This is nonsense. Everything you've said so far is ridiculous.
You trying to make you taking someone's like relatively bold thing where they've been saying, hey, we've been spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to bring in conservatives, and we have to remember leftists too. And then you got a clapback from your audience when they said, come on, man, right after your first thought was to, hey, there's conservative Republicans we need to think about.
I agreed with her.
You spent the
what is your point?
Time trying to push back on that particular thing.
Because in my Twitch audience,
remember leftists.
Okay.
You used her. Remember leftist people in the conversation. You use that as a fulcrum to open. You put your foundational thing as, hey, there's Republicans, guys. Your own audience push back on it.
My own audience. I have like a set number of leftist hate watchers that push back against the things that I say in Twitch, and I engage with them. But I agreed with her point. Her point applies in both directions. I am fully No, what are you talking about? I have always been consistent in this respect. Coalition building is like my entire priority right now. That's all I'm thinking about. And it does go both ways. So as soon as we saw Democrats hedging against Mamdani, I spoke up right away, and I said, "Blue, no matter who," means like Mamdani. And
except for the fact that you've also, for a while now, you've been diving through any piece of content you can find about him to try to find ways to still pick it apart. You're still
you have no idea what you're talking about, bro. You can ask anyone. No, you don't.
I mean, is there an example of this? Is there an example of what Hutch has said about Mommy Donnie? I don't fucking know. How do you even say his name?
You can ask anyone on my chat. I looked into his platform and I said right away, like, I agree with like 90% of this. There's a few policies that I don't like. And then at every step of the way, he's been impressing me because he's doing coalition building, bro. He's in DC trying to get the Jeffries endorsement, man. He's trying to build his tent, which already puts him in a totally different category than all the other loser leftist progressive candidates who don't even try to coalition build.
Okay, so there's a couple of very important things about that. The first one is we don't know what the result of that is going to end up being. We don't know what he's going to willingly water down, and what the
Hutch viewers in chat. What does Hutch say about Zohran? Does anyone know what Hutch like says about Zohran? Is it like does he like actually critique? Does he actually critique like Zohran a lot, or what's going on here? Is this like a real thing?
People that got him through the primary are how they're going to respond to that in what he's willing to give up.
He's going to the
that only time will tell.
Okay.
He's going positive or negative that's going to end up being.
He's supporting his run despite disagreeing with them. Yeah, that's nothing. Who cares?
Going to the general, bro. Like, what do you think a primary candidate's job is once they win the nomination? They're all going to tell you the same thing. They want to grow their tent and build a coalition because most candidates can't win with just their base.
Just so FYI, I think it's actually perfectly fine to bash a candidate after they win. Like, after they win, I think it's perfectly fine to bash them. Right? Because they already won! Yeah, then it's time to push them on policies they should try to implement, right? Yeah, you should be rallying behind a fucking candidate, like, right before they win, right? You want to choose the best candidate that will fit whatever policies that you want to push, right? Or whatever issues you're concerned about. But after they win, then yeah, it's free game. Isn't it?
This is the part of politics that you guys completely miss. You don't understand it at all.
So again, right, if he goes and he ends up doing a lot of the shit that would make like Hakeem Jeffries and shit like that happy, content, so that they finally endorse him, which I thought it was vote blue no matter who, but that's beside the point. If he turns around and waters down a lot of his policy proposals, his rhetoric, everything across the board, do you not think that there's a possibility there that he ends up alienating the energy that got him across the finish line in the primaries in the first place?
If he loses voters because he moderates his rhetoric in a general election, those
Hutch fought against all of his co-hosts again today for almost the entire show, all over leftist reaction. Dude, I swear to God, I know that Hutch's personality is like very mundane, and I totally agree with that, by the way. But the thing is that like without Hutch, like there would be no content for Live and Learn, okay? I'm sorry, I'm beginning to think that's the case. Because at least Hutch disagrees. At least Hutch openly disagrees, right? He's content. This guy's content. What the fuck? Right?
Those voters are too stupid to be saved.
Yeah, anyway.
Oh, okay.
Truly.
I can't imagine watching like a fucking Live and Learn without Hutch. I can't imagine it.
Truly.
Personally.
They're too dumb to be saved. These people are not serious. These people are not serious people.
They're that message. And then he deters the people that put energy into him because he was his message of trying to make their lives better and talk about the affordability of things.
Do you think he's going to give up on city-run bodegas because he had a conversation with Jeffries?
I will tell what.
Yeah, sure. I do think the fucking Mamdani glaze is cringe. Look, if I see Wintermew and Fire glazing like fucking Zohran, okay, listen, there has to be something wrong with him. Okay, listen, whatever, fine, you found your prime candidate, okay, but like fuck, like you got like Tanky's glazing.
The outcome of this coalition.
No, but the very concept alone offends you. The very concept of him shifting his rhetoric offends you.
You're reaching.
I'm not. I am not. Okay, how do you feel about
only time will tell.
All right, well, how do you feel about him saying that globalized intifada is bad?
I didn't hear the exact quote.
He said it was bad. He said it was harmful. He said it was a harmful phrase.
Harmful.
Yes, how do you feel? How do you feel about that?
I don't give a shit one way or the other.
Yes, you do. Stop. You think that's yes?
No, I genuinely
stop.
Don't.
You're now. This is performative, okay? Because I know that bugs you. I would
have a Bernie cutout behind me that I've never gotten rid of. Well, like if you want to start talking.
I mean, that sounds kind of cringe, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
About people that have disappointing elements.
I mean, if you got a Bernie cutout behind you, I'm not gonna lie. It just sounds like you couldn't get over the fact that he lost twice. Okay, he truly is the rising the rising politician of the year award. Okay,
of an overall message, you're talking to the wrong guy.
The Zohran glaze is just a leftist honeymoon phase. Don't you remember when AOC was first elected? 100%. If you want to grow your brand as a politician and you want to ascend eventually to the president of the United States, or you want to get as close as you can to it, you do have to moderate your politics. That's just the reality of the situation. Everyone glazed AOC when she first won, but now everyone discarded AOC when she tries to get more supporters behind her by moderating her policies. It's silly.
Okay, how did Bernie offend you? How did Bernie offend you?
Huh?
How did Bernie offend you?
I didn't say offend. You keep reaching for offense.
How did he disappoint you? How did he disappoint you?
I think there's elements where after this much time has passed, and if you're still clinging to rhetoric about right to defend itself and things of that nature, I think is missing the point.
What Bernie said was that after October, so he said this on Rogan. I saw the clip. He said after October 7th, Israel obviously had every right to retaliate against a barbaric act of terrorism that amounted to war crimes. And then he went on to say, but what they've done since that time has been too far, and he wants arms embargo, and he wants the violence to stop.
Yeah.
He even called it a genocide. He wants the genocide to stop. That is like the only rational position to have. Do you disagree that
better than most of Congress? What do you mean?
What was bad about what he said about that?
By virtue of the fact that you're still saying right.
Not the hole in the Bernie cutout. Misaki, shut up. Shut up.
That's not even a retaliation if you're starting off bombing civilians in the first place.
What are you talking about?
Retaliating by bombing civilians is like something that we should be encouraging our democratic allies in the Middle East to do.
They bombed Gaza after October 7th, but they weren't randomly targeting civilian buildings.
Yes, they were.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, but yeah, here's the point. Right? I could send you links. I could send you articles. We could get lost in the sauce on this for days. And then as long as you're never willing to apply any sort of criticality to
Let's talk about AOC. Let's talk about AOC. I don't care about the Israel stuff.
Changing the topic?
Because I don't care. We've already had this conversation. I don't care. No, I don't. I only have 20 minutes. Let's talk about AOC. Okay. That's topical. It's relevant.
It's topical. It's relevant. Well, we're still talking about Mamdani and Bernie. This is
all adjacent. This is all related. You understand? We're diving into this.
I still want to ask you what I get out of building a coalition with you. What are you willing to give up?
I don't want you in my coalition.
Stop barking. It's hot. Hey, man, that's a you problem. Okay.
Shin, I don't want you in my coalition. You understand
Why
that?
not?
Because you're toxic.
This is me coming to the table. This is me coming to the table.
My answer is a firm
making a proposition.
no. I don't want you in my coalition.
You have my solemn attention right now. I'm letting you set terms. I want to know from you. Okay,
I don't care about terms.
What does any other leftist out there, what do they have to gain from coalition building with Hutch? And what is Hutch willing to give up as part of building that coalition?
Well, if you ask Econoboy, who just came,
Yeah, I mean, but if this person... Wait, hold on. Is it true that this guy has a Hasan tattoo? Can you send it to me? Yeah. Why did he shave his hair? Has that been answered? I don't think.
out as a socialist, he would
I'm
tell you
pretty sure
that
he's just bald.
you should vote for a Democrat because the Republican, whenever they win, it leads to worse outcomes. That's what he would say. And he's correct.
No. I'm asking you. What are you willing to get on board with, change about your asks and demands and things of that nature? And then what would you expect me to give up?
What am I demanding, first of all? What demands have I ever made?
I'm asking the question.
I don't care about demands.
Yeah.
I want to get away from demands. That's my point.
Oh,
So
hell
you
no.
expect nothing from me and I shouldn't expect anything from you.
I don't want anything from you. Do you understand that? I don't want you in the coalition. I think you're bad for the coalition.
A lefty. You're trying to de-radicalize leftists by coalition building, right?
Hutch swears he's done with him this time? Oh. Is this like a recurring thing? Is this guy just like a longtime hater? Is that it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So in that coalition,
Yes.
there's supposed to be some element, some tiny element of like, hey, I will lend support for this. I will start doing this. And in turn, I would like it if you would do that.
Hutch daily.
I
That's funny.
already told you what I would do. I am willing to support any Democratic candidate who becomes the nominee. I'm willing to throw my support, whatever that means with my modest platform. I will endorse a socialist over a fascist.
Andrew Wilson obliterated Yulin Fowl. Yeah, like, but in a debate 2 years ago?
Every time. Would you endorse a liberal over a fascist every time?
I was telling people to vote for Kamala prior to the election.
No. But moving forward, I'm saying, like, just as a rule of thumb, are you down with blue no matter who?
I was telling people prior to this last election that they should vote
That's
for Kamala.
not my question. Are you down with blue no matter who?
Not if it's like a Bloomberg. Or
Okay,
something like
so
that.
that's why I don't want you in this coalition.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's all performative for these lefties. Right?
Running
Because
as a
you're
fucking
worthless.
Democrat.
Because you're worthless to this coalition. You're not. This isn't reciprocal. You understand? What are you contributing to my coalition?
Called
Nothing. You're on. You have a partisan ideological agenda. That's it.
So if somebody runs, if a Republican turns around tomorrow, says they're a Democrat, and that they
Bloomberg isn't blue no matter who, though. No. The point is that if Bloomberg became the mayor or became the president, he still gets your support, right? Because he is the only one to fit that role, right? Because he won. That's why, right? That's what blue no matter
want to run
who
as a
is
Democrat
in this
with no
instance.
change whatsoever in their policies, their outlook, how they treat vulnerable minority groups, how they treat LGBTQ. They change nothing. They just say, I'm a Democrat. I'm supposed to get on board?
Yes.
Don't you think that's that's a bit much, don't you think?
No, I don't. You want me to explain?
So it's purely team sports.
You want me to explain?
Sure.
If that Republican is the difference between Democrats
Toaster Cleaner, all I'm going to say is good for you if it's good, and I'm sorry that happened if it's bad, okay?
and Republicans or Democrats having the majority or not,
That's all
I'm going to
say.
support that candidate because I want the majority. You understand?
Okay, but what if it's a Democrat that is ultimately trying to turn around and do grand bargains left and right to sell away social safety net shit in order to secure Republican votes?
If that Democrat who was
Is that a win?
if that Democrat who was very recently a Republican advances through the primary process and that state or district's voters choose them and they're the only Democrat running on that ticket and they're the only way to stop Republicans from potentially getting majority in Congress, I'm going to support that candidate.
What
in
if
that
they just
hypothetical
run and
situation.
enable Republicans the way that the ogre.
Then I would be disappointed, but your insane hypothetical is so
No schlobbers, or they're gonna say, you know, if only they were like anti-genocide in terms of Gaza, then therefore it's like, then therefore, you know, the blue candidate would have won.
So far removed.
He's doing it now.
Who? What are you talking about? Give me one person who fits this description.
Wears shorts all the time. I can't believe I'm blanking.
Fetterman? Fetterman.
There are 52 of you guys here watching, but only 7 likes. I want to see you, every single fucking person in the chat right now, hit that fucking like button. Okay? Also, please consider donating, okay? My spite and your money fuels my anger for these people, okay? Please. Thank you.
Was not a registered. No, he was not a registered Republican. That Fetterman, by the way, is your fault, for the record. That was the progressives that were heavily pushing this guy. That's on you. We could have had Connor Lamb, and you guys wanted him to be the guy, okay? So now he's the guy. That's your problem, bro. That's your problem, bro.
Working class people.
Okay.
That's my problem.
Should we kick John Fetterman out of the party?
Based on the way he's been, he should be primaried into oblivion, yes.
Would you sacrifice the congressional majority to kick him out of the party?
That's fine. That's okay.
You have to start somewhere, no?
Would you? Yes or no? Would you sacrifice a majority?
So is
why don't you answer that question? Yes, you would.
Yes.
Okay, yes. That's why I don't want you in my coalition. I want to do my entire project in 2025 is about I want to humiliate you guys as much as possible to demonstrate how absurd your worldview is. That's my project.
You backbend and you oh my God. At every turn, there's this element where when someone asks you how to build the right thing in the other direction.
I like how after Hutch basically aligns his opinion more with Destiny, that now Jay Stoke is a lot more amiable towards the leftist positions or whatever the fuck, right? By making fun of Hutch. It's as retarded as it sounds, dude. It's you align your politics around whether or not the person is pro-Destiny or anti-Destiny. If this really is the debate that they're making fun of Hutch for, I'm sorry, it's not it, okay?
Away from what the Republicans have done.
Superman? No.
You talk about how it's a 50-year project, or it's going to be something in 2085, we can finally do it if we start today. Meanwhile, the steps that would be required in starting today and at least defining the Democratic Party and what it stands for and what it should mean and what the cost should be to be a Democrat. Anytime somebody mentions taking more aggressive steps towards that, you're like, oh, whoa, bro, what the bro? You're going to take risks? What you're so fucking spineless.
Okay, steelman my argument then. What is the cost of your strategy if it leads to a Republican majority in Congress? I want you to steelman my argument and tell me what the cost is.
We have a Republican majority now from listening to Kamala not wanting to veer away from Biden's platform.
And what are we seeing?
Bad shit.
Okay, what bad shit?
Authoritarianism, massive cuts to social spending.
Does this color stream? I would follow. Of course you would follow this person. Okay, of course. But all I'm gonna say is like, yeah, I mean, like the thing is that what exactly has Hutch said so far that's incorrect, right? Like you're telling me these like virtue signaling, concern trolling lefties are like care about our country at all by trying to co-opt like the pro-communism, pro-socialist ideas into every single possible social movement, every single possible like aspect of activism? Give me a break, dude. These people need to go.
The ICE becoming like the largest military police force in public record or in modern history, like. Yeah.
Is this person even conscious?
Yeah, and that was from doing the
how many dead from USAID cuts?
Well,
He's trying to play hypothetical when living in a timeline. David, what are you talking about? Lefties are the ones that are playing hypotheticals. Also, first of all, there's nothing wrong with playing a hypothetical if you're using it to prove an idea. Second of all, okay, whenever lefties like play the hypothetical, oh yeah, I bet that if Kamala Harris and Biden appealed more towards Gaza and Palestine, then I bet they would have won the fucking election. Then yeah, it's a fucking retarded. Yeah, that technically is playing a hypothetical. It's called being in hindsight Andy, okay?
You suddenly care about projections?
Excuse me? I don't even know.
You're going off of a projected number. You're going off of a projected number, no?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay, but when people were talking about the projected loss of life in Gaza, you were scoffing.
I don't care about dead people in Gaza.
Oh my God,
You
no.
are a disgusting piece of shit, is what you are.
Hold on, brother.
You are.
So
You
when
are
the
a
Lancet
disgusting,
study came out,
dishonest
you didn't
piece of
take
shit.
you
To say
didn't
that
take the
I don't
projected
care
number?
about dead people in Gaza, go f yourself.
What I just said?
Go f yourself. You're disgusting,
just said?
is what you are.
Bro, Hutch cares more about Palestinians. I'm sorry, liberals just straight up care more about Palestinians and people who live in Gaza more than lefties. That's just the truth. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, that's just the truth, and you can't deny that that's the truth. Okay, it literally is. It just is. All right. If let's listen. It's very obvious, but I'm just gonna say it. Okay. Hutch is triggered and spiraling here. Yeah, and he's right to. And he's right to. Okay? I think this is perfect. This is a perfectly justified crash out. Yeah, I do think so. I do actually think this is a justified crash out. I'll explain why, okay? Liberals are always the ones that are painted as the people who are like anti-Palestinian, but in reality, if you do elect Trump, or if Trump wins over Kamala Harris, Trump is objectively worse for Gaza than Kamala Harris ever will be. And it's not just a hypothetical, right? You can't just be like Hasan and say like, oh yeah, we don't know if Kamala Harris would be better or not. We don't know if Kamala Harris would be better or not. Dude, every single time Trump does something incredibly retarded or just straight up diabolical and evil, like, dude, leftists just give themselves a pat on the back and say like, oh, you should have Gaza'd. You should have Gaza'd. Dude, give me a break, dude. Okay, it's retarded shit. It's retarded shit. Liberals objectively care more about Palestinians and Gaza and the plight of Palestinians so much more than lefties, okay? Lefties are pro-death, pro-evil, pro-Republican Party, okay?
Yes, you did.
Now you care about projection.
You said I didn't care about projected deaths in Gaza. That's what you said.
Did you not scoff when the Lancet thing came out?
You guys casually accuse people of like wanting
Didn't Hasan say there is no difference between Trump and the Dems? Yeah.
Palestinian people to suffer.
And despite saying that in private he voted for Kamala Harris, and meanwhile he didn't tell his audience to vote for Kamala Harris. Bro, give me a fucking break, dude. These people are not serious people. He's not a serious political actor. He's just not. If you consider yourself to be a political activist like Hasan does, the bare minimum is that you should be telling your audience to go vote for a specific fucking candidate, okay? You shouldn't be sitting on your ass in your fucking mansion in front of the computer all day trying to make millions of dollars, okay? Because guess what? You are more capitalist than the capitalists that you critique. Okay? You, yourself, act so much more like a capitalist, okay? Why are all of these, like, lefty sympathizers always, like, the most fucking greedy motherfuckers, okay? Let's think about it, okay? Jay Stelk, oh, like, what do you know? He's super greedy. And he loves, like, wanting to farm donos and love using that as a source of, like, oh, to gain favor with him, you need to donate or something, right? And then, what? They just start siding with lefties who hate Destiny?
It's disgusting.
It
is disgusting what you guys do.
It's your willingness to ignore statistics when it's not helpful for you.
I have never. What are you even talking about? What did I ignore in Gaza? What are you talking about?
If there are 1,000 haters. If there are 1,000 haters of Jay Stelk, I am one of them. If there are 100 haters of Jay Stelk, I am one of them. If there are 10 haters of Jay Stelk, I am one of them. If there are 1 hater of Jay Stelk, I am one of them. If there are no haters of Jay Stelk, I'm dead.
The Lancet study that said almost close to like 180 to 300,000 dead by X amount of time. I
saw that study. The broad consensus is that broad consensus about...
I don't know if $5 in Streamlabs. Did you get it or scammed? Oh shit. Hold on, let me check. Sorry, I need to have Streamlabs recent events open. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Masaki, thank you so much for the 15 gifted dollars. Why did I say gifted subs? Masaki, thank you so much for the $15. Girthworm, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate that. Yes, guys, please donate. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Love you guys. No. Destiny is literal Jesus, Foodshops. Thank you for the message, Girthworms. Okay.
Hold on. The broad consensus about this particular Lancet thing is that these numbers are wildly inflated. Nobody seriously disputes, no serious person disputes that the official death count is higher than what the Gaza Health Ministry is putting out there.
No,
most people land between like 75K and like 110K. And I've never ignored these things. So I have no idea what you mean where you're like, oh, now you want to care about projections. But let's go back to what we were talking about. The USAID cuts, that's a relevant thing to talk about if we're talking about the cost of giving Republicans control of government, right? And what was that number?
I believe you keep quoting 14 million.
I keep quoting it, or have you seen the same quote?
I'm sure it's out there somewhere. I've probably come across it. Yes.
You have. Stop. So all of these things, you think that those are like, you think those are acceptable costs for like kicking kicking Fetterman out of the party?
What?
Don't.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be such a binary. When are we supposed to start?
What do you mean? It doesn't have to be a binary. What do you mean by that?
It's at a certain point, it has to be more about the decisions of the party, like the defense of the party versus holding the party accountable.
I just remembered that JSTOK existed, and I just had to spurg out for just a moment, okay? Because I was filled with a sudden blind rage, okay?
If the Democrats win control of Congress and get the presidency, you can reasonably expect like a certain set of like outcomes over here, right? And then if the Republicans win control of the Congress and the presidency, we can reasonably expect another set of like horrible outcomes that we just unpacked a moment ago. It is a binary choice. There is no third party that can take control of government. It's one or the other.
Go up and shit the bed, when the Democrats go up and shit the bed, when they have a general...
Yes, Hutch! Spit! Spit!
attitude that we're going to do this with or without you, so you better get in line, and then they fall on their face... You don't think some measure of culpability should be put on the Democrats themselves? None
of that matters in the context of this conversation.
It matters.
No, it doesn't. We're talking. I just asked you a straightforward question. You're dodging it. Are all the negative externalities of the second Trump term? Do you think that that is a acceptable cost to your strategy?
Hutch is such a weasel. Explain. Explain. Explain now. You have a minute.
Yes. Yes or no?
Your boy Wick TV didn't do too bad in the Israel-Palestine debate the other day? Oh, okay. Listen, I try to not watch content where Wick TV does any kind of semblance of a good performance, okay? Because I have to keep my negative bias against Wick TV alive and active, okay? I can't watch any content that puts Wick TV in a good light. Thank you for your understanding.
So if Fetterman gets primaried, this results in Trump.
Stop weaseling out of this question.
Ask you how this connects.
No, just answer the question. Everything that we're seeing from Trump right now, all of it, is that an acceptable cost to you?
Answer. I'm trying to get you to rephrase.
I don't know how I could be any more particular.
Gets primaried, and then he loses. A Republican gets into that spot, and then.
Dems are the minority party across the board. The same leadership that has taken massive L's to Republicans is still in leadership. Yeah, so as leftists, you should be supporting Democrats against the Republicans. I think it's fine to criticize the Democrats, but you shouldn't criticize Democrats at the expense of Democrats. You should be giving good faith actual criticisms of Democrats instead of always looking at them like the bad guys. The only thing that I see is that leftists love criticizing the Democrats more than they criticize Republicans, and it's proven as such. Every fucking tanky that I feel like I interact with would rather vote for a Republican than a Democrat. So I don't get why there's any use for taking any kind of advice from any leftist forever for the next 10 years, 100 years even, the next 50 years even.
The majority goes towards Trump, and then Trump does all the things he's already going to do.
Yes.
Is that worth it?
Yes, that's the question.
That's so like we're in fantasy.
That's implausible? What do you mean that's
happened because of the campaign that Kamala ran?
No. You're saying that it's implausible. I don't know. I don't even know. I have no idea how you would think that was implausible when the last Congress under Joe Biden during his first term was a 50-50 Senate. So we know that the margins are so close that one seat could make the difference. Why would you say it's implausible?
Because they already have the majority.
Do you understand what a hypothetical is?
What Kamala said.
Do you understand what a hypothetical thought experiment is and like the purpose of it? Do you understand that? you want your strategy to be like bully people out of the party because they're not ideologically aligned with you or whatever, or because they support Israel or whatever.
No,
Fine.
no,
You want that, but
I just want there to be a definition for what it means to be a Democrat, and right now that doesn't exist.
is the cost worth it to you? Is it an acceptable cost? Yes or no?
We're already seeing the cost.
Stop dodging the question. Just answer the question, bro. Is it an acceptable cost? Yes or no?
Is what an acceptable cost?
All right, I'm done.
Because I want to have this debate with you one day. Why not do it now? Why not do it now? Jump in.